One of the most important components of every LifeDesk is the biological classification. It provides the backbone of the LifeDesk and is used for organizing information and for navigation across the site. In this screencast, we will show you how to build and edit the biological classification of your LifeDesk. There are a number of different ways to get taxa into your LifeDesk, and the Manage Classification page gives you access to all the relevant tools. In the tree editor, you could type each taxon name manually, but unless your list of taxa is very small, that would not be very efficient. So, you'll probably want to start by importing names rather than entering them manually. The Import Names page provides you with two different import options. The first one is to develop your classification in a spreadsheet and then upload it to your LifeDesk. 3 alternative spreadsheet formats are available, and you can download example files for each of them to see how they work. By far, the easiest way to get your initial classification is to download a set of taxa from EOL. To do this, simply enter the name of the group you want to download and click on the Search button. You will then get the option to download one of several classifications from the EOL names database. Unfortunately, not all of the classifications featured on EOL can be downloaded to the LifeDesks, and there is a limit of 15,000 names for each import. So, if you want to download a large group, you may have to break it up into chunks. But remember that the classification you download from EOL is only your starting point, and you can modify and extend it to get your preferred LifeDesk classification. When the process is finished, you will get a green box with a link to the tree editor, where you can view and edit your classification. If there are already other taxa in your classification, you will find the newly imported group at the base of your hierarchy. From there, you can simply pick it up and move it to the desired location in your hierarchy. Clicking on a taxon will select it. Clicking on the square box next to it will open or collapse its subgroups. Let's have a look at some of the tools available for editing your hierarchy. In the green toolbar above your classification, there is a New Child button. When you click on it, a new, unnamed taxon is created as a descendant of whatever taxon you have selected. Click on the new taxon to enter its name. Note that you can enter the name including the authority data. There is no need to enter the author data separately. If there are accents, umlauts, or other special characters in author names, these are faithfully preserved. The Bulk Insert button lets you enter several taxa at once. The new taxa will all be descendants of the taxon you have selected in your classification at the time you clicked on the Bulk Insert button. The Rename button lets you change the name of any selected taxon, but you can also simply double-click on a taxon to rename it. Instead of dragging branches to move them, you can also use the Cut, Copy, and Paste functions to move taxa around in the tree. Clicking on the Delete button will delete the selected taxon and all of its descendants. But before a taxon is deleted, there will be a check to see if there is any content attached to any of the data slated for deletion. If there are any taxon pages, images, or references associated with the taxa you're going to delete, there will be a warning. You can still delete the taxa from your primary biological classification, but they will be kept in a special alternative classification of deleted names. So you will be able to recover the taxa and the content attached to them whenever you need to, by dragging them back to your primary biological classification. Note that most of the functions from the green toolbar are also available in a context menu that you can open with a right-click or control-click. Some additional tools for managing taxon data are located in the Name Data panel. This panel has a field where you can specify the Linnaean rank of the selected taxon. The rank terms are selected from a controlled vocabulary, which you can modify. If you start typing into the rank field, you will be presented with autocomplete options from the taxonomic rank vocabulary of your LifeDesk. There is also a menu where you can specify the relationship of the selected name to its parent node in the hierarchy. Gibbifer is marked as the taxonomic child of Arotilidae. This means that it is considered the accepted name for this taxon. The other options in this menu all refer to various kinds of alternative names and name references. This is also a controlled vocabulary which you can change and expand. Let's have a look at another taxon, Gibbifer californicus. This species is the taxonomic child of the genus Gibbifer. Below this species, we see the name Cypherotylus californicus, which is shown in red because it is marked as a synonym rather than a taxonomic child. Let's add a vernacular name for Gibbifer californicus. When I save the name data, the name turns green, which is the indicator color for vernacular names on LifeDesks. Each name data panel of an accepted name has a link to a taxon page. If you haven't added any descriptions, images, or references yet, this taxon page just has the name data from your biological classification. You can use the classification browser to navigate to other taxa. To learn how to add more information to your taxon pages, please have a look at our screencast about creating taxon pages.